Hello students, our today's topic is inverting amplifier, that is ideal inverting amplifier. Okay, let me draw how an ideal inverting amplifier looks like. This is your inverting terminal, this is your non-inverting terminal. Here voltage V in is supplied, V in is applied here. Let this be resistor R1. Okay, the current flowing through this resistor be I. Okay, this current is flowing because we have applied V in voltage. Now the non-inverting terminal is simply grounded, right? Now there is one feedback resistor, we call it as RF, we call it as RF. F stands for feedback. Okay, feedback resistance. The output is going to be V0. Fine, let me call, see here we have a node, let me call this as A, and let me consider this as node B. Okay, here when this current I comes here, this current I will not flow into your op amp. You know why? The reason, op amp will not allow any current to flow into it because it offers very high input impedance, right? Ideally it should be infinite, right? So whatever current comes from the source, it goes here, this is here I. Same current should flow there. The current flowing here is IB equal to 0. IB equal to 0. Okay. Now let me show you what will be the output for a particular input. Okay. Suppose this is your input V in. Okay. This input you have applied. Fine. Now what will be your output? Output should be inverted, right? Means if this is positive, this positive half sinusoidal input I have applied, this positive half cycle will come like this. Okay, it will appear here like this. But one important thing is, if here amplitude, if it is here plus 1 volt input side, and here if it is minus 1 volt, means you have applied an input of plus or minus 1 volt, plus or minus 1 volt peak. When this input is applied here, if your gain of the op amp is, let me consider, if it is 5, assume it as 5 is the gain. So your final output V0 is going to be gain multiplied by V in, means amplitude will be multiplied by 5, so you will not get like this, instead you will get multiplied by 5, 1 2 3 4 5 minus 5, and plus 5 here, this is plus 5 volt. Okay, So instead of getting like this, you will get an amplified, means you will get output like this. Understood? Just compare your input and output. Input and output. If this is the input, for this half cycle you will get this. Okay? And for negative half cycle you will get positive half cycle like this. And amplified by 5. Okay? 1 volt if you give input, you will get 5 volt peak to peak output. If your input is 1 volt peak to peak, then your output will be 5 volt peak to peak, because your output is getting multiplied by gain and input. This is nothing but 5 into 1, you will get 5 volts. Understood? This is what you are getting. This is what an inverting amplifier does. Okay? Now let us have a small design for this. Okay? I want to show you what will be the final gain equation. Okay? How to calculate R1, RF, V in, V out, and gain of the op amp. Okay? Now consider that. Is it visible? Yes. Okay. Now you have node B and node A, right? Node B and node A. Now as you can see, node B is grounded here. Is it not? Node B is grounded. Node A is also at ground potential. Node A is also ground potential. Yes, I know it is connected to V in here through resistor R1. But we have to assume that if node B is grounded, node A is also at ground potential. If node B is at ground potential, node A is also assumed to be at ground potential from the concept of virtual ground. Okay, there is a concept name called as virtual ground, where we assume that if any one of the terminal of op amp is connected to ground, then we assume that the other one is also at same ground potential, that is 0 volts. Okay, anything connected to ground means it is at 0 volts, right? So other node is also assumed to be as connected to 0 volts. So with this concept I can write VB is equal to 0, VA is also equal to 0. Okay, this is from virtual ground concept. Okay, virtual ground concept. Now tell me, what is the current flowing through? How can I write for current flowing through R1? The current R1 is given as, how can I write? I, okay, the applied voltage V in minus the voltage at node A, right? V in minus VA is the voltage available for R1, right? The voltage across R1 is the input applied voltage minus the voltage which is going away, right? So this is divided by R1. This is the current flowing through R1. Now this can be written as I equal to V in minus 0, right? Because VA is 0, right? Yeah, it was not visible, right? Sorry. So this is what I have written, current I equal to V in minus VA, node VA. So the current across R1 is input voltage applied minus VA divided by R1. Okay, that is nothing but VA equal to 0, so I have written minus 0. So finally I can write I equal to V in divided by R1. Consider this as your equation 1. Consider this as your equation 1. Now let us see what is the current flowing through RF. What is the current flowing through? The current flowing through RF is given as, yes, tell me, where is RF? RF is our feedback resistor. The current flowing is I, right? This is our V0 voltage. Here we have VA. RF is between V0 and VA. How can I write? Yes, tell me. I equal to VA minus V0 divided by RF, isn't it? This is how I can write. Now we know that VA is 0, so we have minus V0 by RF, right? Keep this as your equation 2. This will be your equation 2. Now, did you observe one thing here? The current flowing through R1 and the current flowing through RF, what is that? I. So I is common. I is the current flowing through R1 as well as RF. Means the entire current from V in is flowing through R1 as well as RF, right? So since the current is current I and I in equation 1 and equation 2, if it is same, so I can directly equate them to further simplify like this. What is our first equation? V in by R1, right, equal to, here we have I equal to minus V0 by RF. So this can be written as minus V0 by RF, right? So I will simplify this. I will take this V0 on left hand side. Okay. This will come here. This will be here itself, right? I will take this side. So this can be simplified as RF divided by R1. Okay. What is this V0 by V in? We know that V0 by V in is the gain of the amplifier. Therefore, V0 by V in, okay, I'll write like this. Gain is equal to V0 by V in equal to minus RF by R1. Okay. Now you have to remember this. Very, very important equation. Now I want to show you, if this is the gain, which is always equal to V0 by V in, here we have got it as minus RF by R1. This minus, can you see? Yes. This minus is because your output is inverted, right? If see here, input waveform, this is your input, positive half cycle. When you apply this positive half cycle, you are getting output as negative half cycle, inverted, right? Inverted. And yes, the gain, the amplitude has been increased, but the polarity has changed, right? So this is what this minus is. This minus is because of this. Okay. So remember, gain we can also write it as minus RF by R1. Okay. This is for inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier. Same experiment you have for your lab also. Okay, students. Same experiment you have for lab also. You need to draw this circuit diagram, draw input waveform and output waveform. Okay. Similarly, we will have non-inverting amplifier. Let me clean this.